we will study the factor theorem. Okay, from the chapter of factorization we will study factor theorem and what are the basic concepts, and we will solve two questions on this factor theorem. Okay, so we consider this topic from factorization of polynomials. Okay, so what is a factor theorem? So let's say if a polynomial is there, let's say p of x. Okay, polynomial with a in the variable of x. Okay, then we can say that if it is a polynomial of degree which is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so it can be x plus 1, it can be ax square plus bx plus 3, like that, or it can be axn plus bxn minus 1 plus, like this, right? So it can be any polynomial. So for this polynomial, for any polynomial of a degree, you can see the variable's highest power is its degree. So of a degree greater than equal to 1. Okay, so the degree of the polynomial or greater than and equal to 1, then in that case, when any number, any real number, okay, which is the factor of this p of x, so that the value of p of, when we put the value of that a as x equal to a, then it become equal to 0. Okay, this is the factor theorem, right? That means we can say that if when putting the value of that real number a in place of this variable x, then the polynomial's value is equal to 0, then we can say that x minus a is a factor of the given polynomial, right? And conversely, if you can say that if it's given that x minus a is a factor of px, then we can say that p of a is also equal to 0. So vice versa is also equal to 0. So this is the factor theorem. This is the basic concepts which we have taken from the factor theorem. Now let us solve few examples. Okay, few questions. The first question which we are taking from the two question series is that find the value of p and q. Find the value of p and q, right? P and q value need to be find when it's given that x4, the polynomial is x4 plus px cube plus 2x square minus 3x. So this is the polynomial which we have considered over here. Okay, as per the factor theorem, this is p of x. This is, we should not use p. So this is the polynomial, that's it. Okay, we need to find the value of p and q when it's given that this polynomial is divisible by, this is divisible by x square minus 1. This is the question. We need to find the value of p and q, right? Now what we will do, you can see x square minus 1, x square minus 1 can be written as x plus 1 and x minus 1. Just split it into the formula a square minus b square, a plus b, a minus b. So we can say that this polynomial is basically divisible by x plus 1 and x minus 1. Then we can say that x plus 1 is the factor of this given polynomial and x minus 1 is also a factor of the given polynomial. Just remember the factor theorem. For putting the any value of x equal to a, x minus a is the factor, right? So you can see x plus 1 and x minus 1 are the factor. So this will give you what values? X plus 1, when you will equate it to 0, it will give the factor of x as minus 1. This is one of the value which we have derived. And when x minus 1 will be equated to 0, this will give you the value of x as 1. So these are the two real numbers. These are the two numbers, minus 1 and plus 1. These are the basically these values of a, right? Which when put into this polynomial, this becomes 0, right? So let us solve. Okay, so we can see when x equal to minus 1, our polynomial for x equal to minus 1, our polynomial will become look like this. Just put up the value of in place of x4 plus px cube plus 2x square minus 3x, right? Just put up the value of minus 1 over here. So it will be minus 1 power 4, right? Plus p times minus 1 power cube, right? Plus 2 times minus 1 square minus 3 times minus 1. I have simply put up the value of x equal to minus 1, and then this polynomial will look like this, right? Now this will be coming as minus 1 power 4 will be 1, minus 1 whole cube will be minus, so minus p plus 2 plus 3, right? And this will be equal to 0. You remember this value, for putting up this value, this polynomial becomes 0, right? Now we can say 1 minus p plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. This will give you 2 plus 3. One value of q was also there, x4 plus px cube plus 2x square minus 3x plus q. Yes, we have left one q over here, one q was also there. Okay, so this will be, q will be added over here and one q will be added over here, right? So plus q, so this will give you minus p plus q, minus p plus q, 3 plus 2 5 plus 1 6 plus 6 equal to 0. So this is one of the equation which is derived in the with the variable p and q, right? Now again, for x equal to minus 1, the above polynomial look like this, right? Then when we take another variable, another value of x, that is x equal to 1, so we can write for x equal to 1, for x equal to 1, x4 plus px cube plus 2x square minus 3x plus q, how it will be looking, right? It will be looking like 1 power 4 plus p times 1 power cube plus 2 times 1 square minus 3 times 1 plus 1, sorry, plus q. This one, the last one, the last. Okay, so this will be coming as 1 plus p plus 2 minus 3 plus q. And since x minus 1 is the factor, so the value of this will be coming at 0. So this is equated to 0. So this will give you the another equation in p and q, linear equation in two variables. We have already arrived with one of the equation over here. So the second equation from here, it will be coming as p plus q, 2 plus 1 3, 2 plus 1 3 and 3. So it will be cancelled out. 3 will be cancelled out. So p plus q equal to 0. This is the second equation which we have derived, right? This is the second equation which we have derived. Now from here we can say that p plus q equal to 0. That means p is equal to minus q, right? When p is equal to minus q, just put up this value into equation 1. Put up this value into equation 1. Then what will be happening when you put p equal to minus q in equation 1? Equation 1 will be looking like this: minus p minus p, in place of q you can write minus p again, right? Because p equal to minus q or q equal to minus p. So minus p plus 6 equal to 0. So this will give you minus 2p plus 6 equal to 0. This will give you the value of p as minus 6 by minus 2. Minus 6 by minus 2, which is coming as 3. So the value of p is calculated, that is 3. The value of p is calculated as 3, right? So the value of p is calculated as 3. Then the value of q, what will be the value of q? The value of q will be negative of p, right? So then we can say that if p is 3, then ultimately from equation number 2, this one, the value of q is calculated as minus 3. So these are the two values of p and q, 3 and minus 3, which is calculated over here, right? So this is the first question which we have solved over here. Okay, now I hope you understand it. Now coming to the second question from this. Okay, the second question which we have taken for the on the clearance of concept of factor theorem is that if x, another polynomial, let's say if x cube, if the polynomial x cube plus ax square minus bx plus 10, if this is the polynomial given to you, right, and this is divisible by, polynomial is divisible by what? If this polynomial is given that it's divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2, right, then find the value of a and b. So this is our question. Okay, this is the second question of today's class. Okay, so let us solve it. So here you can see x square minus 3x plus 2, this is divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2. That means we can say x square minus 3x plus 2 is the factor of the given polynomial, right? Then x square minus 3x plus 2, this can be written, just you can factorize this can be written as x minus x square, just splitting the middle term, x square minus 2x minus x plus 2 equal to 0. This will give you x minus 2, when x common, x minus 2 minus 1, x minus 2 equal to 0. So this will give you the two factors, x minus 2 and x minus 1, right? So we can say that if this polynomial is divisible by x square minus 3x plus 2, then we can say that x cube plus ax square minus bx plus 10 have factors. What are the factors? X minus 2 equal to 0 and x minus 1 equal to 0. These are the two factors, right? This and this. And from here we get the value of x as 2. So the real number which is coming to you as 2. So this is the factor basically, which will bring the value of this polynomial to 0, right? And the second one, x minus 1, will give you the value of x as 1, right? So the value of x equal to 1 will bring this value of polynomial as 0 because it's a factor, right? Now when x equal to 2, when x equal to 2, then p of x polynomial will be looking like this. What? X cube plus ax square minus bx plus 10. So it will be 2 cube plus a into 2 square minus b into 2 plus 10, right? This will be looking like this. Now when you solve it, it will give you 8 plus 4a minus 2b plus 10, which is equal to 0, definitely, because it's a factor. This is a factor. X equal to 2 is a factor. Now just it will give you the equation in two variables, where the variables are a and b, as 4a minus 2b 10 plus 8 18 plus 18 equal to 0, which can be written as 2a minus b plus 9 equal to 0. So this is one of the equation which is derived, right, in the variable a and b, and we have to calculate the value of a and b. So when x equal to 2, we get this equation. Now just put up the value of another factor, that is x equal to 1. So when x equal to 1, That means p of x equal to 1 will give you the above polynomial as 1 cube plus a into 1 square minus b into 1 plus 10, which is equal to 0, right? This will give you 1 plus a minus b plus 10 equal to 0, right? So this will give you a minus b plus 11 equal to 0. This will give, this is the second value which we have derived, right? When you put the value x equal to 1, the above equation will look like 1 cube plus a into 1 square minus b into 1 plus 10. So this will give you 1 plus a minus b plus 10. So this will give you a minus b plus 11 equal to 0. So now solve the above two equations. Okay, if this is equation number 2, if this is equation number 2 and this is equation number 1, you can simply solve it. Okay, how? Let us see. You can see here minus b and here minus b. Then just subtract equation number 2 from equation number 1, right? When you subtract equation number 2 from equation number 1, then what will be there? Equation number 1 is 2a minus b plus 9 equal to 0, right? And equation number 2 is a minus b plus 11 equal to 0, right? The sign of the subtracting polynomial will be changed. So here b and b will be cancelled out. So this will give you 2a minus a, which is a, minus 11 plus 9, which will give you minus 2 equal to 0. So this will give you the value of a as 2. This will give you the value of a as 2. So one of the value which we have calculated, that is, since we have to find the value of a and b, then value of a is calculated as 2. This is one of the answer, right? Now since a equal to 2, so we can say from equation number 2, since a minus b plus 11 equal to 0, so we can put up the value of 2 over here, right? So it will be 2, since a minus b plus 11 equal to 0, so putting the value of a as 2, it will be looking like 2 minus b plus 11 equal to 0. This will give you the value of b as 13. 2 plus 11 is 13. So the value of b is also calculated, that is 13. So the value of b is also calculated as 13. So the value of a and b is calculated. Okay. So in this way we can solve all the questions of factor theorem. Okay. Factor theorem, basically this is covering the topics from class 9. Okay. And here, as I said, if px is a polynomial, right? If px is a polynomial, right, of degree greater than or equal to 1, right, then the polynomial will be looking like this, right? The power of x can be any one, so it can be n. Okay, so if these are the polynomials given to you, right, with a degree greater than and equal to 1, this is the degree. The degree of the polynomial is greater than and equal to 1. Then for any real number, let's say a, if the given polynomial is equal to 0, that means when you put the value of that a in place of x, then the entire polynomial p of x will be looking like this, equal to 0. Then we can say that x minus a is the factor. Okay. we have used the same factor theorem to solve the two questions which I have taken into today's session. Okay, this is question number 1, right? This is question number 1, and this is question number 2 which we have taken for today's session. So I think it will help you to understand the factor theorem and its basic concepts. Okay, I hope you liked today's session. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.